Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host, Learvok, and you are just in time for more of A Hat in Time. In the last episode, we defeated the Snatcher and finished up the entirety of the Subcon Forest. And in this episode, we're going to be going into the last full stage area. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and head in that way then, won't we? So yeah, we've been in this room before. This little cooling area, it looks like. There's a lot of snow. Maybe that's dust. I'm seeing some cobwebs too. It just feels like it's, I don't know. It feels like a laboratory as well. You see this little lightning globe. See some bottles here. I'm fairly certain this is supposed to be in the engine room. But anyway, so just go ahead and cling right there. Oh, and that's on fire. Great. Oh, great. What's this? Emergency button, perfectly designed for moments when you need a button that to push but can't find one anywhere else. Oh, there's a little teddy bear here and some pictures. Is that glue? Gloop. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start our next... So, Alpine Skyline is a bit weird. As you can see, it says free roam. This is a bit different from the rest of the game because instead of getting a timepiece and then leaving, we get a timepiece and then are brought back to the beginning of the stage. So yeah, it's very much kind of like Banjo-Kazooie / Banjo-Tooie style gameplay. Excuse me. Or if you want a more modern example, Mario Odyssey would be a good example. You just get the thing and then you keep going. The only real difference is this takes you back to the center of the stage, which is where the entrance of the stage is. Or at least will be. A little bit of spoiler right there. We kind of start off here at the end. We start off here at a different spot. And the music is really kind of eerie. It's really low and really eerie. Kind of like you're kind of wondering what's gonna happen here in this kind of cold environment. This hat, by the way, is perfect for the Alpine skyline. Let me see. Do we have any other? We have the sprint cap. Yeah, this one, the ice hat, is just perfect for this kind of area. And this kind of... Oh, we can't. That's a little weird. Okay. Usually it pans over. You like the goat-looking statue things here. Oops, wrong button. And finally, we got the door open. Had to ring doorbell a few times. This is probably one of my favorite areas of the game too. Like, just the mystery leading into like what we're about to get into. So you can't see anything. You can see a little bit outside through the storm, but you can't see a whole lot. One thing I want to mention, just as my little vast lexicon of knowledge of this game, and by vast I mean like pretty much whatever you could find on YouTube. This was originally going to be a desert, but they changed it because they had trouble getting the desert to work with the gameplay, the level design that they were working on. They had trouble getting it to work with the desert theme. So they had to change the theme around. You'll see why here in a second once we get to once we hit this switch. I think it's once we hit this switch. That's a suspicious looking switch. I just now noticed that. Huh. Uh-oh. There's another one. Odd. See the purple. Oh, they're popping up. Okay. I don't remember the switches. I remember just up there you go. Just being able to carry on, but go through here and going through the clouds and boom! Welcome to the Alpine skyline. This is one of my favorite, like I said, this is one of my favorite areas of the game. And it is a big, you just explore different sections, different mountains. Yeah, this mountain that's in the center-ish area. Has these little Egyptian-looking dudes. I mean, the hat looks very.
Have you noticed those bright flashing lights in the sky? They started appearing recently after some weird hourglasses fell from the sky. I wonder what they could be.
That sounds like Cat Sose.
In any case, I really wish they wouldn't be so bright. They're blinding.
I swear that sounds like Cat Sose. For those who don't know the voice actress Cat Sose, she did a lot of work in the 90s. Like a lot of work in the 90s. She was Fifi LaFume in Tiny Toons. Sally Acorn. I think Sally Acorn was her character. Yeah, she was Sally Acorn in Sonic, in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Not Adventures of, what was it? Whichever one is referred to as Sat AM. The good one, not the one that's complete and total garbage. The one that I grew up watching, and I'm fully admitting to calling garbage because it basically is.
Birds at the birdhouse steal shiny things.
And I'm trying to think. Oh, there's some. Before I went off on that digression, I had another voice actor, the voice in my head for her. See, Sally Acorn, Fifi. Who else? Oh crud! I can't remember now. Can't remember the other voices. She's done a few different voices. Janine from the new Ghostbusters, at least in the second voice, because the character went through two voice actresses, because apparently her voice was too scary or something. I don't know, because if you go back and watch the real Ghostbusters, it's actually a pretty good show for the time, and as far as I know, still holds up. I saw maybe like one or two episodes as a kid. But it's amazing how well the show still shows up. To seeing like different clips of it, like this is oddly enough still pretty good writing. And it's also kind of terrifying. There we go. We cleared the goat village. You'll see that a lot as we clear different parts of the mountains. We're gonna get that kind of letting us know we got everything. And so this is how we're going to get to the different areas. We just grappling hook to across the flag pole, the flag lines, the banner lines to the different areas. And now I gotta figure out which one I want to do first, because we can do these in any order we want. We got the Twilight Bell, we got the windmills, we got the birdcage. The birdcage is the first one I did on my first run. So I guess we could start with that one, because that one's actually pretty fun. But I might want to save that one for last. Might want to do the lava one though. That one, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that one to get that one out of the way. The lava mountain, because that one. There you go. Trying to get the brewing hat up. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. I've been playing too many different games. I've been playing a game called 20XX, which, for those of you that don't know, is basically Mega Man, but randomized level layouts and such. It's what if Binding of Isaac had a baby with Mega Man and it was consensual? And it was consensual for once. And I don't know why we're sliding down. Oh, I might be able to save myself. See if I can. Let's switch the camera to an auto change. There we go. I just really wish the camera didn't auto change on me. Oh look, there's the timepiece. We can go ahead and get that. So we'll go ahead and get the timepiece then. Then we'll do the lava thing in the next episode, I suppose. The Alpine Skyline Time Rift. So this is the one that I believe is going to be the story. Yeah, this is the story one. We got, it looks like a map right there. That's pretty neat. Let's see, how do we get up here? Whoop. That didn't work out. At all the way I thought it would. There we go. Now, for those of you who saw the last few episodes, you may know that I'm now currently using OBS whenever I can't use Bandicam, which means the performance may be a little different. I went through and changed some stuff in the settings for OBS, and it should be displaying 60 FPS consistently now. At least that's what it's telling me, and that's what it feels like. It feels a lot better than last time. Whoa! Oh, frick, these cats. Okay, so we have these little thief cats. They will steal your pawns. They'll do more than steal your pawns. Sometimes they'll steal your hats. And in order to get them back, you have to find them. You can see the little silhouette kind of, I was gonna say Telltale Shimmer, but that's not really the same thing as the Predator / Halo mechanic. That one's kind of like a ripple, whereas this one you kind of see an outline. Fortunately, they're very rare, but they're still annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these 2 pawns. Grappling hook will be your friend in this level. Just letting you know that right now. Though grappling hook is pretty much your friend after you get it anyway, because it's so useful. There's that it. I think that's everything in here. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting all the story bits here. The basic story of Alpine Skyline is kind of, I don't want to say uninteresting, but it is really kind of uninteresting. It's not, there's not like any kind of plot hooks or anything like what was with the Subcon Forest. The Subcon Forest was like, that was really like, got you thinking like, what was this place? You're on like castles and seeing construction and such. It did kind of seem like there was something at play going on in there. And then you see the backstory for Vanessa, and I'm fairly certain the Snatcher. I'm almost 900. I'm like 99.9% convinced that it has to be the Snatcher. That was the Prince. Spoilers for those of you who haven't seen that episode. Then again, while you're watching this out of order. But yeah, so there we go. But here it's just basically some goats find enlightenment. But we do get to see different portions of the islands, I guess. Like we get a bit of the lava island here. You mostly see you see the goats right there. By the way, if you try to touch the big goats while they're walking around, I don't know about here, but I know in the main game, in the main world, if you try to interact with them, they will hurt you. Oh, and there's the crows. Yeah, so here they won't hurt us, but when they're walking around, they will just stomp all over you. Unintentionally, I'm certain, but they're just don't even notice you exist. You got the crows. Oh man, I love the crows. Just what won't they laugh at? Ah! Burned our butts. I really wish I could look up properly with the camera. That's like my one biggest complaint about this game. If they fixed that, then this game would be like borderline perfect. That maybe add like 2 more worlds. Maybe 1 more world. Maybe 1 more world and it'd be perfect enough. But I know they planned on doing, I think they planned on doing 7 worlds total. That's including the final stage. And this we only have 5. And I think they're working on the 6th stage right now. I think that did not work out the way I thought it would at all. That is kind of funny. They all do wear the same coats. You know, these crows get humor. These crows get real humor. How do we get up there? Oh, there we go. Nope. Another thing I think is if the camera wouldn't just follow you up whenever you try to wall climb. I think when the camera's a little less janky when wall climbing, it'd be another improvement. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that portrait up there, that picture. And here we're in the bird cage. Yeah. So you get a little glimpse of different areas too. So this is actually pretty good. I'm glad we started with this one. You get a little glimpse of what everything is, of what's to come. Got some birdhouses. To be honest, the bird cage is probably my favorite one, just because of the end. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen this time, but I know it happened the first time I played it, and maybe, hopefully, it's not like one of those random. It may or may not happen things. You know, like some games like to put in. Ah, that's an. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Thankfully, it didn't. Guess I'll head over this way then. Oh crap! I forgot about the bird. Yeah, we have the yeah, those eggs. They come after us and they commit suicide. They blow up. That is messed up. Ugh. But yeah, so trying to think of anything to talk about right now, but everything I can think of just kind of is just going to date this video, and by the time it goes out anyway, most of the stuff will be kind of forgotten. I want to reiterate that this is not going out on the day it's being made. A lot of people, I think, assume that. Actually, I think a lot of people assume that the day they watch the video is the day it was made, even though that's like technically impossible. Unless you're watching a stream. You know what? Oh no, that's a waterfall. Never mind, that's not a stream. Here's a stream. There we go. Now it's in real time. Oh, puns are. I love puns so much. You can tell my favorite character in Undertale is Sans. Undertale's still a good game, right? People haven't gotten completely cynical about that yet, have they? And who am I kidding? We're talking about the internet. People were cynical about the day it came out. Kind of something that's a little depressing about the internet. That's how cynical people can get about just everything. It's like, you know, we can't just enjoy things for what they are. I mean, granted, it makes, I guess, overanalyzation has caused that, but I mean, well, let's take The Last Jedi for example. People are moaning and groaning about The Last Jedi not making any sense, and it's like every single point I keep seeing about like why The Last Jedi sucks is like, did you even watch the movie? Or is like something that can like easily be explained in. Actually, no. Let me talk about one of my favorite talking points that people complain about. And this is going to be spoilers for those of you who haven't seen Last Jedi yet. So go watch it before continuing any further. But the whole scene with Leia suddenly getting force powers, and people are complaining about that. My first thought is, have you never seen Deadpool or any movie where someone gets like amazing strength or power through duress? Like, it's the exact same concept. And for those of you that never have seen Deadpool, which is very possible, there's a lot of young people who watch YouTube. I don't know what my metrics are. I get maybe 1 or 2 views per video, so if you are the one or two people watching the video, hi, how are you? Thank you for watching. Please stay. Please stay. I'm lonely. Anyway, going back to my my little mini rant. While I'm trying to navigate around this area, jeez. The whole thing with Leia getting her powers is very much the same thing as what happens with Deadpool. In Deadpool, they try to unlock his mutant powers by, guess what, putting him in states of where he either develops the powers or he dies. This is the same thing with Princess Leia, except it's not so much that she was put in there through an involuntary experiment, but rather she's put in there through circumstances of war. And is either develop the Force powers in a hurry, or, die in the cold vacuum of space, which is pretty much, that's exactly what ends up happening. She ends up developing the Force powers, and she pulls herself to the ship. Or maybe she pulls the ship to her? I don't know, space is weird. But a lot of people complain about that because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it makes perfect sense. Even if you take the whole idea of, it's this movie. First of all, yeah, it's a movie. Of course it is. Ugh. Just facepalm right there. First of all, again, it's happened a million times in a million other movies, a million worse movies, a million better movies, and no one ever bats an eye until Princess Leia, until the woman does it. Until the now deceased, haven't been deceased for over a year at this point, woman. Yeah, that's cool, guys. Yeah, thank you for being little. Anyway, trying to get out of that subject pretty fast. But it seems pretty natural to me because I've seen enough movies that do stuff like that. Where's that? Is it under here? No, it wasn't in this one. Where's the portal? Where's the portal? Oh, there it is. So yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. And then apparently there are people that are complaining about Luke Skywalker being able to astral project, which, first of all, that's freaking awesome. Using the Force to do that, and secondly, the Force is psychic powers. Psychic powers that have been developed over the course of 30 years in movies. Astral projection, you know, here's the thing. A lot of people don't think about this very often, but Doctor Strange is basically a Jedi. I mean, he's a psychic monk. That's what a Jedi is. We got the Twilight Ascension. We got one image. Basically, is the goats realizing their place in the world, and what in the world happened to the graphics here? That's a little bit of overlay. I'm gonna re-roll that. We're gonna re-roll. And we got a remix, okay. Actually, I think this might be the first time we've gotten a remix in the game. Should have kept the hat. Should have kept the new hat / mask. But yeah, so a lot of people were complaining, and I can understand not liking the movie. I can understand not liking the movie for story reasons. Like, the whole Finn and Rose subplot didn't make any sense, and in all honesty, if you had taken that out, you could have given more time for the fight with Captain Phasma, more screen time with Phasma and Snoke, and actually made them, semi-interesting characters instead of just characters that people want to be interesting because they look so cool and awesome. Which, with Snoke, I was kind of whatever about. He kind of looks stupid to me, especially when you see him in that snoking outfit. And I wish I came up with that joke. But anyway, real quick, whenever you get a remix, you get these owls.
We're the Express Band, just a bunch of owls that got together to play music while riding the conductor's Owl Express. Is it okay if we practice here? In exchange, if you have any song requests, we'll be happy to play whatever you have in mind. Want to swap out some of the music here in the different chapters?
So yeah, you can change the music. Oh, that's boss theme. That's the boss theme. So yeah, you turn off the remix, turn on the remix.
Want to swap out some of the music? All right, listen to this one. It's a new melody we're working on. It'll make you really want pumpkin soup for some reason.
So yeah, it's kind of weird getting them this late in the game. So I got them like almost like the first. I got them before I even got to Dead Bird Studios, I think. Anyway, so finishing my thoughts up here while we're getting ready for the next level. Like I said, the Finn and Rose subplot does go nowhere, and I kind of do wish they could have done without that, because they could have done more to kind of develop Captain Phasma, so that her death scene was more awesome. You know, I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, she's never going to be able to recover from that." Except, we have seen characters in Star Wars survive being blown up. We've seen characters survive being cut in half and then thrown down a reactor tube. Darth Maul! Darth Maul! And before anyone said that that's not canon, that Spider Maul isn't canon, it is. It is. Disney has stated that is canon. So yeah, you can survive 100,000 foot tall, 100,000,000 foot drop into, well, I'm assuming it's a reactor core of some sort, having been cut in half, and then years later being stitched back together and being half cyborg. Well, cyborg is half robot. Excuse me. Being a half robot freak of nature. I didn't want to use the term freak of nature. Freak of science. That should not to be. Oh, you can actually create a new hat. So we have the time stop hat, which means the next episode will actually be taking place in a different area, because we got one more timepiece we can get outside of here that we do need to get. So real quick, before we end the episode off, I'm going to show off how this works. You activate it, slows down time, and it shows your soul. So now you can fight monsters or spare them. I did not think I'd be making 2 Undertale references in one episode. But seriously, that's our heart. That's our soul. Doesn't look determination. It looks whatever the green heart would be. Green teal. Which one was teal in the battle? Is that that's the book, right? The journal. So there's tons of you who played Undertale who's not going to know what I'm talking about. If you look into the final battle in the neutral route, you see all the different souls when you do all the different things with the souls at the end of the neutral route. I'm trying to be as vague on this as possible, because I know there's some people who haven't played Undertale, and you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. That's fine. Play Undertale; it's worth playing. Try to keep out of the community though, because a lot of the community is pretty bad. Like any kind of fan community is pretty terrible. You look at, I was gonna say My Little Pony, but My Little Pony is actually one of the better communities. One of the less bad ones, I should say. But look at Steven Universe, for example, and oh god, people got bad in that one. Anyway, we're gonna end this episode off. And in the next episode, we will be heading back into Mafia Town and finishing up the last act of Mafia Town, Act 5 of 7. Yeah. Until then, I will see you guys later.